One percenters, welcome back to 1424 Basketball Training, where the goal is to take 14 minutes, 24 seconds, or 1% of your day to get better. For those that are new, welcome. I'm Coach Tommy. I'm a former psychologist, now a performance enhancement specialist and basketball coach. On this channel, I simplify life and basketball into 3 buckets: mind, body, and craft. In today's teaching tape, we got Ja Morant and the Grizzlies versus Mike Conley and the Jazz, Game 5. So let's see what we can do to improve our minds today. Right, on this channel, I focus a lot more on the substance than the style, even though I do like the style. Team versus individual, off-ball stuff versus on-ball stuff, and roles versus positions. Rudy. Dylan Brooks has shown me a lot during the playoffs. Ja Morant showed me that he's evolving. Spider Mitchell, since coming back, they got no answers for him. That's an ugly catapult looking 3, Valanciunas. What? Playoffs are about adjustments, right? So how are the Grizzlies going to adjust to Donovan Mitchell? Double stagger for Kyle Anderson. It's got to be one of my favorite players. Double pin down. This is a double pin down stagger, right? Or double stagger. You get one of your slowest dudes coming off, right? If they don't stop you, you keep going. Here comes the pass. You got Donovan Mitchell trailing. So if he's trailing, that tells you as the ball handler or the guy with the ball now to keep going, right? So now you're faced with a big man, right? Show that ball early, get the guy to jump, and then go around him. So use your brains, right? So a lot of brains, a lot of craft, a lot of skill, not very much body. Right, so if you guys are new, right, mind, body, craft, right, mind, body, craft, right? Kyle Anderson, he's tall, but his body is definitely below average, way below average in the NBA. So he relies a lot on his craftiness or his skill, right, and his mental part. So get the guy to jump so you don't have to jump so high. Mind, body, craft. Which portion do you need the most work on? The teaching tapes. A lot of this stuff is working on your mental. Good pass fake. Oh my God, what a crazy over the shoulder. Bogey. Is this going to be a blowout? Does Ja Morant have his 3-ball working? Does he have his floater working today? Let's find out. If he's hitting a respectable percentage, it's going to be very hard for the Jazz to stop him. Donovan Mitchell used to be like Ja Morant. Donovan Mitchell has worked so hard on his jumper to make his jumper more than respectable. It's a very significant threat. He's a little bit stronger than Ja Morant. Ja Morant's a little bit shiftier, a little bit quicker. Jazz, I like the Jazz because they kind of do that 2.5 drill I talk about all the time. 2 dribbles or less, 0.5 seconds or less to make a decision. Bogey just shoots better at home. Memphis down 20. Mike Conley, one of these super underrated players. He has floaters with the left, floaters with the right. He's never in a hurry. His 3 is really, really good. There's that slice layup Ja Morant does at least once a game. He's lucky to get it off. Almost ran out of room there. Oh, so I like the way. So this is one of the drills that we work on all the time, right? Pass to the corner and then work on arc. So quick side jab and then work on this arc, work on this spiral, right? In real life, there is no straight lines. There is no straight lines. You're always having to go and move around an obstacle, through an obstacle, under an obstacle, right? So work in angles, train your body to work in angles. So a lot of times guys will just go one foot plant. He staggers his plant a little bit, left, right, and then finishes with the left. I mean, that's very unorthodox. It gets Gobert just off rhythm enough, right? So you got to be able to vary up your plants, your plant rhythms, your plant timing. So he's going left, right. Usually guys just go quick, right? Left, right, quick with a reverse layup on this side. Jaren Jackson decides to, change the rhythm just a little bit. And if you watch Rudy Gobert's feet here, he doesn't know when to actually jump. So he's reacting to Jaren Jackson's jump, and it's too late. Nice job, Jaren Jackson. .47 at the end of one. Those threes are falling like crazy, I bet. Memphis, where's your heart, man? Where is it? Are you going to battle back? The Jazz, are they going to stay hot? Gee. So when I talk about roles versus positions, right? Donovan Mitchell's a scorer. They want him to be a playmaker like that, but he's really a scorer. He's developing more and more into a scorer. His skills are coming along, his jumper, his dribbling, his finishing around the rim. His skill is catching up to his mentality. Rudy Gobert, defender slasher. That's an ugly move, Valanciunas. Keeping a 20-point cushion. You got to keep the gas on. There you go. Right. So change the speed, change the level, change the direction. Right. The three changes you need, and change your mind. Pretend you're setting a pick and roll here. Right. And then weasel your way back in there. Right. You're not doing much. Grab onto him, use him as a little help. Looks like a pick and roll's happening here. I like the design of this. This is a very easy bucket. Okay, you get one guy running through, right? They're slowing the pace down. You get one guy running through. You occupy this guy. You get this guy running to the corner. That leaves the middle wide open. All these things are designed to leave that middle wide open just for this little sneak little thing here. Right, so now it looks like a pick and roll for Spider Mitchell and Bogey, and that doesn't happen. He slips it. He gets this Derek Favors to come up a little bit, and then he snakes back in. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, Dylan Brooks falls asleep for a split second, thinks he's just running around. That's coaching. Ja Morant hitting a three. Shoot that one again. That's his best shot, going left. Right, boom, right, left, plant. Jump quick, get up before anybody can even get their hands up. Spider Mitchell coming down with the right left. Ja Morant looks kind of passive. That jumper's not falling. They're packing it in probably. And nobody else on the Memphis Grizzlies can score other than Dylan Brooks. There's that same type of play. Come on, Brooks. So worked one time on the other side. Okay, so there goes, is that Royce O'Neal? And then they run the switch. And then Dylan Brooks gets caught on it anyways. So when I talk about it being football versus basketball, right? You run these plays super wide because if guys aren't guarding you, right? They're not worried about your jumper. They don't think that you're going to shoot from here. So they're giving you this space because they know you're fast and they know you can move. But this allows, right? This allows for this pass to happen. If John Morant's up in his face, that pass would never happen. It's just a beautiful design. Oh, Rudy Gobert's finally figured out how to block that shot. So now he knows it's coming, right? Coming across quick. There's enough space for Rudy Gobert to close the gap. Rudy Gobert, give him Defensive Player of the Year. That is tough. Oh my God, that was very tough. Running out of time here. Isolating, good defense. Brooks, boom, turn. Oh, realize the clock, got to turn back between the legs. And he gives him a little push. I mean, he got away with one there. We can. Donovan Mitchell. He got schooled. I think it was last year by Jamal Murray. Outclassed Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray's injured now. Now Jamal Murray. I mean, Spider Mitchell is now just coming into his own. I think second time around in the playoffs. He's just abusing John Morant. So I mean, sometimes you got to go through that struggle and get cooked. Work on your game, develop, understand the pressure of the playoffs. Donovan Mitchell playing in Utah, his stock's going up a lot. Simple like this. So now he's making threes. They got to double team him. He's getting the Steph Curry, Dame Lillard treatment, right? Pass fake to Royce O'Neal. Pass fake this way gives Derek Favors a little bit more time to drift. I don't want to give the ball to Derek Favors here because he's probably just a dunker. I don't trust him making a read either way or a decision or a dribble. Just let him keep drifting. Now Donovan Mitchell looks like he's trying to pass a little bit more, look for other guys. Let the onslaught continue, man. If I paid tickets for this, I do not want to see a blowout. Do you guys like to see blowouts if it's your home team? I don't, man. I want to see a tough triple overtime game where my team wins in the end. I want maximum value for my dollars. I don't want this freaking blowout. So this time, that's Derek Favors. That's not Rudy Gobert, but this time John Morant goes into a right-left pull-up. So he's learned his lesson, but that's not Rudy Gobert. Derek Favors will definitely be on his heels if he goes right-left floater. So it's good to see that John Morant has that pull-up and that floater. JV good catch up high, not bringing it down. So if you're a slower playmaker like Joe Ingles, you're not Spider Mitchell. You get the Iverson cut across for Jordan Clarkson coming across. You get that whole backside cleared out. Now you get a pick and roll. I like the design of this too. Can you guys see it develop? Do you see what's developing? Okay, so in any set play, you have to have multiple options, right? So the quarterback has tons and tons of options. That's why these guys are playmakers. They have to diagnose what the defense is doing, who's where, what matchups are where, who's hot, who's not, who's tired, who's kind of lagging, who's sucking wind. All these things have to come into consideration. You have to know who you are. Can you get around? How does your guy play you? What is he given? Time, clock, situation, a million different things that you have to understand as a basketball player, as a decision maker. And you have to be able to make these decisions on the fly, and you have to be able to execute very well. So you get Jordan Clarkson coming across on an Iverson cut, and then you have Rudy Gobert coming to set a pick and roll, and then he's going to roll, and then it looks like Royce O'Neal is going to set a back pick on Rudy Gobert's man, who is Jaren Jackson here. So the play is designed to have Joe Ingles come this way and Rudy Gobert roll hard. Okay, Royce O'Neal will probably pop up to here, and Jordan Clarkson is really just hanging out on this side. You know, he's just spreading the court, being a court spacer. Same thing with Royce O'Neal. This is Niang coming to set the screen. Okay, so you have that option. This is the way it's designed to go. So you got him coming this way. You got a screen. Okay, you get a roll, right, and then you get Niang setting a screen on Rudy Gobert's man. This is what's the design. What actually happens is Grayson Allen sees it, right? And he's like, screw you, I'm not going to let you take this screen. Okay, so they're all on this side, right? They're all on this side. So Joe Ingles recognizes this, right? He knows that he's not going to have enough space to get around, or he's not fast enough, or that this lane is completely opened up for him because Dylan Brooks is not staring at him anymore. So Joe Ingles takes off, right? So now they're like, crap, they hedged their bets too hard, these two guys. Now Joe Ingles has everybody chasing him. Okay, Niang spaced out, gets out of the way. Now they're all chasing Joe Ingles. Okay, Jordan Clarkson turns around, realizes what's going on, spaces, boom. Easy bucket. I mean, so a design play that is supposed to go one way, right? You have to have options on the backside or multiple options. And all players have to understand what's going on. They all have to move in unison if you're going to play really, really well as a team. So as he goes, right, Rudy Gobert continues to dive down, and Joe Ingles comes out. And I mean, beautiful. John Morant's hit 3 threes. Don't know what his percentage is, but it looks pretty bad if they're down 40. That's this is some stuff that the Jazz would do. Grizzlies get away with it. I mean, Niang falls asleep on the very first play of the fourth quarter, right? Give the ball to John Morant, dribble handoff to Tyus Jones. Here it is, football versus basketball, right? Hedge up, smack him on the back. You get wide open on this backside. Great job by Dylan Brooks. There's the hand, give him the smack on the back. Got him, coach. Good block, Jaren Jackson. I mean, oh, what's his name here? I mean, needs to take this shot. It's very, I mean, you got all this space back here, right? You got all this space out here. You got the 5 out. I mean, it's terrible spacing, but you got all this space out here that you're not taking advantage of. You have all this thing over here, right? John Morant looks like he just dribbled down early and kind of got in the way and then just dumps it back to Jaren Jackson. Like these guys, like I said, there are shooters and then there are guys that can shoot. And There is no shooters on the Grizzlies. Not one single shooter. They need to go find a guy that can shoot really, really well. Bertans, Klay Thompson, Kyle Korver. Who else is a shooter? A shooter. John Moran has to figure out still. He has to keep the pressure on. This is when he's got to turn into Westbrook and just, screw this. I'm going to take over as much as I can. I'm going to force the issue. I'm going to try to get fouled. I'm going to try to do something. Right. But shooting for John Moran is like, here, I'm getting into the lane. All right. I'm assessing. I'm trying to go here. But they're playing him, they're daring him to shoot. And he's getting exposed hard. I like him, but got tons of floaters to work on and tons of threes to work on over the summer. I mean, I'd be shooting hundreds of shots on off days after the game. That's four threes. Just because you make them, right? Guys have to be confident taking them. Like right there, it was available. Right? Drop, cross, boop. I mean, Bogey didn't even put his hands up or nothing. Rudy Gobert don't have his hands up. It's available. Right? Boom, left, right, shoot it. Nope. You're instantly into a drop cross. Right? You want to penetrate. You want to jump. Like nobody's even respecting anything. They're waiting for you. You're trying to get guys to commit. Jazz, you got to give them tons of credit. Super disciplined. They're waiting. They're daring him. I mean, they're sticking to the game plan. Still ends up as a bucket, but they are. I'm not watching these games, but they're definitely sticking to a game plan on John Morant. All right, look how hard he's having to work. Gobert, man. Gobert is disciplined. He's definitely a defensive player of the year. He gets my vote for sure. Look, stays down, hands up, pass fake, nope. Opens up, nope. Long length, nope. Right. And if these other guys on the Jazz were as locked in, like John Morant's leaning back, he's fading back, he's all out of moves, right? This should be a steal. Bogdanovich, this should be a steal, right? Everybody's locked in. This should be a steal, right? But Bogdanovich, that's on your head, man. Rudy Gobert seems to cover up so much for the Jazz. Is that a sweep now? I think since Donovan Mitchell came back, I think that's 4 games in a row. I think that's it, right? I think they move on. Jaren Jackson, 6'11, Kyle Anderson, you didn't do nothing for me other than the one play. John Morant, 11 of 22, 5 of 9. He's taking them, but he's passing them up. He's definitely not as aggressive for some reason. I think I'll do the nobody else on the team made anything. 8 out of 13. What is just, I mean, their percentages aren't bad. The Jazz just go bananas on their shooting percentages. 17 threes, 91 from the free throw line. Rudy Gobert, 10 dunks. Probably Donovan Mitchell, 11 of 16. Wow. Wow. Give my boy Miaoni some more love. Can we get him in the game? Jesus Christ. I think that's it, right? Bye-bye, Jazz. I mean, bye-bye, Memphis. go work on your shot, John Morant. Go build some confidence. I mean, you take them and make them, so it looks like you're building confidence, but some guys, it takes a lot more makes for them to, get confident in that shot. And some guys, they make one and they think they're on fire. Confidence is a very, very tricky thing. Some people get it from work ethic. Some people get it from good parenting. Some people are just delusional. But confidence is one of those trickiest things to teach. It's some people even say you either have it or you don't. So one guy can shoot 30% and think they're really, really good. If you've ever worked with any teenagers or middle school or high school kids, they think they're the shit. They make one shot and they think they're on fire. And then you can get to a college level guy or a pro level guy and they miss one shot and they just made, 8 out of 10 and they're like, damn, I can't make a shot in the game. It's very, very tricky. Confidence, self-esteem, something that as a psychologist that I had to deal with, as a coach and as a fitness professional of older people, these are things that they struggle over all the time. So it's not just basketball, it's everything in life. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope John Morant improves over the summer. Looks like Spider Mitchell is ready to take the stage. No Jamal Murray. So it'll be interesting to see the Jazz versus who's next. The 3 and the 4 might be Portland or Denver. Oh, that'll be interesting. If he matches up against Dame Lillard, that'll be super interesting. If he matches up against any guard on Denver, he'll wreck them. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take 14 minutes, 24 seconds, or 1% of your day to get better. Peace.